Hello everyone, so this is me again, Elaine, and then welcome back to my channel. So if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button below and don't forget the notification bell as well so that you are informed if a newborn baby's development. So newborns change and grow every day, and the changes are amazing. That's really true. And so this chart gives you the information about the developmental milestones and tasks your baby is working on over these 2 months. So as your baby grows and changes during this period, this chapter will help you learn what you can do to help. From birth to 2 months, that's the being stage. So for the tasks, during this stage, your newborn is learning to trust. So knowing that good, dependable, and loving care is always there for them. And they form a secure attachment, a close emotional bond between you and your baby, and how you relate to each other. So yes. And then for the milestones, for physical, these are the typical skills that newborns do. So for physical, they kick, they grasp, and sucks based on reflexes, and has weak neck muscles and a heavy head. At first, their head turns by reflex, and as your baby gets older, they will turn their head with more control and purpose. That's true. When my baby was a newborn, she didn't have a neck, so we were worried about that. But then thanks to this book, I was educated, and then baby has a neck now, and she can now support his head. So they feed and sleep with no set pattern, and this becomes more predictable over time. Discover their hands and brings them to their mouth, and starts to lift up their head when on their tummy, and they start to make smoother leg and arm movements. So for the emotional milestones, they fuss or cry to tell you they need something, and then they begin to be quiet more often when comforted, but may still have times when they cannot stop crying. It depends on you and others to cope with their emotions, and they feel safe when their needs are met. And then for a social milestone, these are the typical milestones. So they smile to show pleasure by 2 months. My baby was smiling during her first week, so I think that was amazing. They begins to recognize familiar voices, and then looks at faces and prefers familiar faces. So for cognitive, and that's thinking and communication, so they continue the learning that began before birth, and is startled by loud noises even up to now. Begins to make pleasure sounds like coos and goose, and prefers people to toys. So don't get worried if your baby prefers people than toys. I have bought some toys for her as well, and then she didn't like it. That's what I thought, but then because of this, I was educated, and it's amazing. So don't worry. And they start to turn and follow things with their eyes, and they begin to try to get and keep your attention. So yes, that's amazing. Okay. Alright, so another information about newborns are that a new baby means many changes for parents, whether this is your first child or you've been a parent for a while. And there's a lot to think about it. The first few weeks of your baby's life will bring many surprises for you, like how fast your baby changes, how much they cry, and the feelings you have for them. So a newborn needs gentle care and patience. As first, it may seem that your days and nights are continual cycle of feeding, sleeping, diapering, and cuddling. You'll soon learn what your baby cues mean and begin to see their personality emerge. Over time, you'll start to feel more confident and comfortable in your role as a parent. So don't hurry, it will come. So right from the start, newborns are able to send you cues by fussing or crying to let you know when they are hungry, tired, or need to be held. And newborns are able to hear you and see you. By the end of the first 2 months, your baby will be smiling and cooing and following you with their eyes. As you take care of your baby, you'll get to know each other better. Your baby needs to know that you're there to care for them and comfort them when they need you. When you give your baby love, time, and attention, they start to recognize you and learn to trust that you'll be there for them and build an attachment with you. This is how you build a secure attachment with your child. And then there's like a quote here that I would like to read to you. So one thing I love about my newborn baby was her smell, and me too up to now. Their babies they have a very unique smell, and it's so adorable. And then surely there's a science to the pheromones of it all, but I'd rushed home just to smell her. I'm not working yet, so I'm with baby the whole time, and she's like, even if I bathe her one or two times every week, she smells so good. So babies are amazing.